Good morning. Welcome to Speaking in Your Basement. Here's where it starts to get a little more interesting. I missed my first day missing an episode yesterday. There's reasons, but there's always reasons, and you don't want to hear that. That's the story of yesterday. What's the story of moving forward? Well, I've already told you. The plan is when you screw up, when you miss one, you just get back to it as soon as possible. There's a really cool quote from Richard Bandler, one of the co-founders of Neuro-Linguistic Programming. He was asked about weight loss, and he said the reason most people can't lose weight and keep it off is they don't have a plan for when they fall off the wagon. I have a plan for when I fall off the wagon. I've had one. I've been talking to you about it really the whole time. It's just to get right back on. It's to get right back to it the very next day. And that's what I'm doing right now. Now, I have had this happen in the past where missing a couple derailed me and then I was basically done within a very short period. So that's the challenge here. Can I get back to it and get back to the momentum I already had? Doesn't feel like I've really lost it, so I think so. But again, it gets interesting because you have to face it. You have to come back to it, feel whatever nervousness you feel, wonder, can I keep doing this? And then think, well, I'm doing it right now. So I'm going to do it the best of my ability right now. And tomorrow when it's time to practice again, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability then. And that's how you keep moving forward. And then over time, the fact that you missed, the fact that you didn't get your practice in the way that you wanted to, isn't a big deal because you know you're going to come back to it anyway. You've come back to it so many times after missing or having little missteps or making so many mistakes. The mistakes are no longer a big deal because you know you're going to get right back to it. That's where I'm working to get with the podcast now. Getting to the point where I get comfortable with missing occasionally because I know I will get right back to it. So I suggest that with your speaking practice and anything else you're trying to implement as a daily or even just a multiple times weekly habit. Get right back to it. Have that plan for when you fall off the wagon. Write it out. Think about it. Because a lot of times you feel really crappy that you missed one. You don't know how much the momentum that you've developed feels satisfying. Makes you feel better about yourself. And if you miss just a day or one practice session or one workout or whatever else it is, just that one miss can feel really crappy. But when you get right back on it, there's not that much time to feel crappy. You get right back to the thing, and then you keep going. So have that plan. Write out that plan. Consider it some of the time. Consider, okay, so if this happens, I know what to do. Run through it. Run through the imagery in your mind. Okay, so if I missed a day, what I'm going to do the very next day. I'm going to try to get it even earlier the next day, or am I just going to block out a little time before the appointment so I make sure I can't be late to the appointment. I get there on time with time to spare, and I knock out whatever it is. Have that plan for when you fall off the wagon. I'm Ben Langley. Thank you very much for spending some time with me today. We will talk again soon.